The small creature climbs up onto the table, giving you a respectful bow. His ears twitch, rattling the garments adorning them.
I must thank you again for allowing me to take refuge in your humble abode,
He says. He was barely the size of an average fork, but he traversed the dinner table effortlessly. Most peculiarly is the large toothpick implanting through his dog-like snout and protruding out his lower back. It looked painful, though he doesn't seem to be bothered by it. Curiosity gets the better of you.
Oh, this? Oh, no, bless your soul, kind one. It doesn't hurt. Not any more, at least. It is only through my throat, you see.
With another bow, he pulls the toothpick down like a lever. It seemed to rip into his stomach, opening it like a maw of thick, bloody saliva. His large teeth were bigger than his own shining eyes, not to mention the tongue that slipped out of what would have been intestines if he were human.
This is a courtesy of a frightful noble in high regard. See, I was a tad peckish, I was, and as a treat I thought I'd indulge in the fingers and toes of naughty children. Maybe even some teeth or an eye or so forth. I was fairly hungry. King's son, the prince, was especially villainous, refusing to eat his spoiled liver and tossing an unsightly fuss at supper, in front of guests nonetheless.
His amused laugh allowed a drop of blood to land on the table. It fizzled against the wood before fading without a trace.
So I was under the table, avoiding the move of floorboards. The boy was kicking his feet, but not enough to lose his shoes, so I could not take any of his toes. He was slamming his fists into the table, which would make it difficult to take a bite of even a pinky. His mouth was screaming, far too loud for my ears. But his eyes, yes, his eyes were wide and red, a delicacy for my people. But I was easily spotted when I climbed up the boy's arm, just reaching his shoulders. It takes one human to spot me to warn the rest.
The critter starts pacing the table as though acting out his story.
What I should have done was flee, but I was hungry, and the boy's hateful eyes looked so delectable. I was swatted, and in my attempt to escape, I was pricked with a toothpick. All that panic while entertained did leave this unpleasant taste of sawdust in my mouth. They thought me dead when I did not move. I was in plenty of pain, and any flex of my muscles would only cause more. So they threw me out with the rest of their leftovers. Awfully rude to not grant me burial as if I were truly dead.
He crosses his arms with a scoff.
Took a long while before I could move again, but by then this engine pit had found its home in my body. I am stuck with it now until the end of my time.
The critter hops down, landing on his tiny feet.
Speaking of time, I have enjoyed my time here in your humble abode. I hope to see you again, kind one. I am in favor to you.
His tiny legs bring him to the doorway, which you open for him politely.
Until we meet again, kind stranger.
With equal politeness, he bids you the fairest well before hopping onto his tiptoes and into the grass. It shakes as he leaves, soon fading into the silent rustles of bugs and other critters. Toothpick was one of 5 drawing ideas I had in the span of 5 minutes. I drafted them into my book but never got around to drawing them for a pretty good while. Looking back over, I thought of these creatures as dog-like fairies. They're mischievous and kind of like a boogeyman or Krampus, something that scare children into being good. This one in particular I called Toothpick for obvious reasons, as they have a toothpick impaled through them. They've temporarily taken residence into the viewer's house. In thanks, they told them the story of how the toothpick has gotten into their body. The idea of a stick being stabbed into someone and then ripped out and down is an older idea I've had. It came up in a dark episode of mine. Perhaps it formed into a kind of amused horror as this creature begins its appearance. I like the idea that Toothpick is a polite and gentlemanly character. He's the type of fae to use loopholes and tricks without being caught immediately. The unsuspecting one, if you will. Reaching out to the voice actor, I had no idea how much character he'd put into the voice. Toothpick genuinely feels like a sly fairy, the type that tricks you with words and persuasion. He's a sneaky little one, that is. Just be sure not to owe him any favors. This is Toothpick. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.